Hey guys, what's going on? This is Atharva here, and in this video we are going to talk about Clerk Elements. So Clerk is an authentication provider that gives you a lot of different modes of authentication without a lot of hassle, and you can integrate authentication in your app pretty easily. So they provide a lot of different components, pre-styled components that you can use in your apps, which are pretty beautiful, but not always styled components work, right? Sometimes according to a business logic, so according to your branding, you might need to have different colors, different stylings to your authentication forms, and Clerk Elements solves that. So Clerk Elements give you unstyled components with the magic of Clerk. So it does all the authentication and stuff, but except it's just unstyled, so you can just style it whatever the way you want, and that's the power of Clerk Elements. So reminder before we go ahead, Clerk Elements is in beta, so make sure that you are not using it in production just yet. For hobby projects, I might recommend doing that. Like, it's a fun way to build a sign up form. Some people might not even understand it's from Clerk unless they really notice. So yeah, let's get started with the tutorial. Yo, before we move on, I want you to do me a favor. Go ahead and click the subscribe button if this video provides you with value. This supports the channel and motivates me to do a lot more content on this channel. Thank you so much. Back to the video. Alright, so we are in the Clerk Elements page. It clearly says that it's in beta, and they also have this fancy warning. It says Clerk Elements is currently in beta with support for Next.js app router. It is not yet recommended for production use. I'm again and again telling you, please do not use this in production right now. If something happens, I'm pretty sure it will only break your UI, but if something happens, I'm not responsible for that. I don't think Clerk is also responsible for that. If you have any feedback, please reach out to, so like if you find something, just go ahead and email. Clerk Elements is a library of unstyled composable components that can be used to build custom UIs on top of Clerk APIs without having to manage the underlying logic. So they give you all the components like they used to do before, except they're unstyled. You can style them yourself, which is pretty cool. A lot of different companies should do this, and I think it's going to be a game changer. So this is a very important part. A lot of people don't really understand why Clerk Elements is very good. It says you should use Clerk Elements if you want a deeper level of control and customization of the styles and layout for your UI while using Clerk APIs. For examples, if the appearance prop does not meet your needs, Clerk Elements might be for you. That said, you can also use Clerk Elements alongside the pre-built components. Component first, make it as easy to build custom UIs with Clerk as it is with Clerk's drop-in pre-built components. Clerk Elements handles the underlying business logic for you and provides a curated library of components without sacrificing on the best practices or the features. So again, it's just like the main component library. And yeah, it's unstyled, but everything that's needed, like the OTPs are always segmented. You always get the number of boxes of digits. It's pretty cool. It's just unstyled. Yeah, so it's pretty clear. So now if we go below, you can see a lot of different things, how you can do your styling and stuff. I will leave you to read this on your own. Just go ahead. I'll leave the link to the docs in the description below. So let's go down, and it says Clerk Elements currently only work with Next.js app router and Clerk Core 2. As it gets closer to a stable release, support for additional frameworks will be added. If your Next.js application is already using Clerk, make sure to upgrade to Core 2. If you are starting from scratch, follow the Next.js quick start before proceeding. So yeah, obviously we need to first of all create a new Next.js application with Clerk in it, and we can go from there. So let's go on a quick start. And yeah, you need to first of all create a new Next.js application and add this package, and then you need to create this environment variable. But before, we actually need to go to clerk.com and create a new app. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new app. So by the way, if you do not want to see this part, if you already know how this works, feel free to skip it. I'm pretty sure the timestamps would be in the description and also in the sliding bar thing, whatever it is. So yeah, I already have this YT test thing. I'm just gonna copy the command. Actually, I didn't need to copy. Let's go back, and I need to first create a Next.js application. By next, create next app, and I'm gonna say Clerk Elements, I guess. and then it's going to ask you a bunch of questions. I'm just gonna choose all the default stuff. Perfect. Now cd clerk elements, and now we are gonna do bun install clerk nextjs and also clerk elements. These are the two things we need. And then we also need the environment variables, which I'm going to copy. Again, do not share your secret keys with anyone. I'm sharing here because I'm also going to delete them later. So by the time this video is out, this project will not even exist. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and open Visual Studio Code here. And now let me make this a little bit smaller. Yeah, I'm going to create a new file called as .env.local for environment variables. Yeah, perfect. So again, these environment variables could be in your Vercel dashboard if you are already deploying it, or in env.local if you are testing it locally. So yeah, now what you need to do is, it's pretty simple. You can just go ahead and follow the guides here, which I think is pretty good. Like, I don't know if they have a DevRel team yet, but they have done a pretty good job with like doing the tutorials and stuff here. Because like if you go to the elements, if you go to build a sign-in flow, they have done a very good job with the code snippets, like showing you each and every step about how they did it. We are not going to look at every single thing. I'm just going to explain you right here what's happening. I'm just going to go through the steps yourself, and I'm just going to show you the main thing that matters, which is the styling, right? And yeah, I just want to like go through this with you. I'm not doing a lot of coding in this video because it's already in beta, and I don't want people who are like watching later to not check documentation. I want everyone who is watching this video to go on in the documentation with me and see. And if something has updated, make sure to leave that in the comments below. I might create a new video for that, of course, after it's out from beta and it's in stable release. So yeah, now it says add a sign-in route. So how did they do it? They just say sign-in.route. They have included the sign-in component from clerk/element/sign-in, and then they are having the start step, and the start step is like basically asking the user about the credentials. And yeah, then they have a connection. They have a field called as identifier, which is most likely an email. They also have a label. They have the actual input field. They have the error. There's a lot of things you can style here. Like this is a button, right? Clerk.connection name is equal to Google. This is a connection button that allows you to log in with Google, right? And this button of course is to sign in. Then verification step, then you end this step and then you open a new step. You call it sign-in.step name is equal to verifications, sign-in.strategy email code. So like if you are of course using email code, that's the way. Again, like you need to also add a new strategy for password. And yeah, reset password email code. This is all the stuff you can do. I'm not going to cover all the reset password stuff and here. I just want to go ahead and copy this, and I just want to, oops, where is it? Password support. We can go back and actually they tell you how to create the folder. It needs to be an optional catch-all. Okay, so create a new route in a Next.js application. This route needs to be an optional catch-all mode route, so the sign-in flow can handle nested pass. A small typo there, as shown in the following example. So they have a sign-in folder. Inside they have an optional path, catch-all path, and then they have page.tsx. So let's do that. I'm just going to mimic that. I'm going to say sign in, and then sign in. Oops. And here I'm going to create a new page.tsx file, and I'm going to paste this. Notice that this is a client component. Yeah, this is a client component. So all of these elements are probably meant for client. I'm not sure if this will work on server. Probably not, because there's a lot of interactivity here. So yeah, if we just save this and we go back, and if we go to localhost 3000, this is the one page I made before. And if I just reload this again, it doesn't load. Perfect. I need to go to item and do bundev turbo. The reason I use turbo is because my laptop just cannot handle the normal mode when I'm recording. Alright, so we can just go and oh, I reload something else. I need to reload this page. It takes a bit time. Like even in turbo it's taking a bit time because I'm recording right now. Alrighty. Okay, perfect. We have an error and it's a pretty valid error. We haven't used the clerk provider yet and that's the step we missed. So if we just go to layout.tsx and we just add the clerk element here, clerk provider, and we just cut this ending one and oops and paste it here, and now things should pretty much work. I'm still waiting for it to save, not sure what's wrong. Oh, it's the same. Alright, I don't know what was wrong. Let's just reload. Again, it's reloading Twitch. I'm not even sure what's happening at this point. I switch windows and it keeps reloading Twitch. Anyways, it says sign into your account, sign in with Google, email, and then continue. Again, that was my email, but I want to go ahead and style this. So what I'm gonna do is, let's go to page.tsx. Let's have some minimal style. Let's see if we can add class name here. Oh, we cannot. So I guess we can just go ahead and create a new div. I'm just gonna enclose this in a div. Or you know what? We should get this div inside of the root. /div. And what I want to do is class name, flex, items, center, justify, center, flex, column. Let's see what happens. Everything is center. Here I want to have like at screen. Yeah, everything is center. And now we can just go ahead and add some minimal stylings, right? Sign in the step one, we can just have like class name of text to Excel, font black, sign into your account. I mean, bold is fine, and text 3XL should do. Yeah, I mean, this is a very minimal styling. You can just go all creative here. I'm just trying to show you how this exactly works. You can just go ahead and do class name here, and you can do BG, blue, this, and you can just go ahead and do rounded, MD probably, and text white. I think text was already white, right? Perfect. And now you can do W full, PX, no, I think P4 should work. Yeah, this is way too wide. I think P3 should work. Yeah, now we have this button. You can just go ahead and say empty 5 so that there's a little bit spacing here. Perfect. And for email, what we're gonna do is can we give a class name here? Yeah, perfect. So we can just go ahead and do flex call. Perfect. And now we have email and this, and the different lines we can say empty 23, and now we can just leave the email like this, and in here we can just say class name W full P3 rounded MD, outline. I think it's fine. We can just leave it like this. Yeah, it does work. Perfect. We can simply outline none. Can I even type? Yeah, this text needs to be black, so text black. Yeah, we can do stuff here. Perfect. And now what I want to do is actually, okay, let's do this. I'm just gonna leave text black. I just want like a BG black. and we can do border white and border, so that we get a border here. Perfect. That actually looks good. And then we can have empty one, a little bit of spacing. Perfect. And then a continue button, we can just have it a green, so we can just say class name w full p3 rounded md and green bg green. I think this should be good. Yeah, empty 5 again, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead with 400. $600 should do. Yeah. So yeah, this is the basically how things work, and this is basically all powered with Clerk. So if I just go ahead and click on sign in with Google, it should actually take me to Google, right? And if I just do my email, it should actually let me in the application. So let's just wait. I have no idea what's taking so long, but I guess, yeah, it works. Now we are back at localhost 3000. So if we go back to sign in, now there are different steps you can do. So like you can add your email here, and you can just click on continue. Again, you need to add some kind of loading state here. But if I just click on continue, I guess again, something seems to be wrong. Is there an error? Oh yeah, this should be, I think, class name text white. There doesn't seem to be an error. Again, this is in beta, so I think there might be something related to that, but my gut says that I am doing something wrong. Yeah, it just says bad request. So yeah, the error has been not handled properly, but like clerk.field error should catch something like that. So like if I leave this empty and just do continue. Oh, it still says nothing. Before it used to say that the email should be provided. So if I just go to application and remove all the cookies and stuff and reload and just click on continue, now it says enter email address. So we could just simply also give it empty 3, I guess. Yeah, and also text thread. I think it was already signed in, that's why it was giving us problems. So yeah, let's do this and let's continue. Yeah, it says we sent an email, and let me check my phone if I got an email. I'm not opening my emails on my laptop. Yeah, I did get an email. There is an OTP here. So yeah, it is working. Perfect. Yeah, so that's how Clerk Elements work. We haven't styled everything, but I just wanted to show you how you can go ahead and create an authentication that really abides by your rules of design. And you can simply go ahead and use Clerk behind the scenes, and nobody will even probably know that you're using Clerk. If you're using it for free, I think you could probably attribute like made using Clerk, but I'm not sure if you're required to do that. I don't think so you are. But yeah, I think this is a very cool addition. It's in beta, so I won't really rely on it a lot right now. When it's out of the beta, I think it is the first option people will choose while creating, while building with Clerk. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new about Clerk Elements. Clerk Elements is in beta, and when it's out, I really hope you guys use it. And even now, it's very good in hobby projects. It might give you like some very creative ideas for authentication flows. You can even integrate the steps one in the previous video and build something related to that using Clerk Elements. There might be very more features added in Clerk Elements, and I'm really waiting for it. Currently, it only supports sign in and sign up. So yeah, that's it for this video. I really hope to bring more content on this channel very soon. If you have any suggestions, make sure you leave that in the comments below. And my socials are also in the comments, in the description. So if you want to check it out, feel free to. Please go ahead and subscribe this channel so that you get more value out of my content, and it also motivates me to bring out more content every single week. So yeah, that's the first video. I'll see you guys in the next.